Hi everyone and welcome back to the Time Zone. One of the most important periods in 20th century history is Second World War. Many decades and numerous World War II board games have sought to explore various aspects of that war. It is challenging to reduce all of them to the top 10 and probably kind of impossible because at the end of the day sometimes it depends just on the taste of the individual player. But nevertheless, let's accept that challenge and try to crystallize 10 of them. Number 10. Triumph and Tragedy. European Balance of Power 1936-1945. Game uses blocks to represent units during World War II. It is reminding traditional wargame Axis and allies. It makes an effort to satisfactorily capture economics, technology, and strategic aspects of World War II. Here are units represented as blocks, and there are a ton of them, providing excellent unit versatility. And the game also uses 2 decks of cards and a lot of pieces, providing a great gameplay experience. The block system, which excels as a fog of war system to conceal tactical maneuvering, is an element that really stands out. This game takes over the 4 hours to complete. It is a great game. Number 9. Churchill. Game about political situation after World War II and how Allied powers must deal with the aftermath of the war. Churchill is an amazing game. It offers a wholly political experience in sharp contrast to the other World War II board games on this list. 3 people play as a Churchill, Roosevelt and Stalin. They sit down at a table and attempt to maneuver against one another in effort to split control of the fallen Axis empire. Whole game is unique balancing act to be performed by you as a player to achieve success and the victory, but not crush your foes with too much of force. This closely resembles a course of negotiations and calls on you to compromise with your opponents. Number 8. D-Day at Omaha Beach. As the name suggests, the game is about D-Day operations when Allies stormed Normandy beaches. One of the great features in this game is that you have no partner to play with. You can go ahead and play this game alone. Yes, it is single player board game. Amazing game to play. You will move your counters up the beachhead to simulate American attack against family established German soldier positions. In this game you have to manage dozens of infantry and armored units while maintaining cohesiveness of your forces. Game will try to crush you, leaving you in desperate situations, but ready to try storm again and again. Game is both demanding and equally rewarding. It may feel hard, but not less interesting. It's very recommended and very interesting game to play. Number 7. Conflict of Heroes Awaking the Bear. Squad-based game with armor and vehicles, probably something that tank enthusiast fans may like. Yes, it is a gorgeous made board game. You command a squad in combat during the World War II. Players command specific squads of soldiers and tanks to make the same tactical judgments and decisions that commanders had to make during some of the fiercest battles of the World War II. Game has a quick and fluid system that is simple to master but at the same time accurate to all of the many war theaters. Second edition of this game includes all new artworks, more units and firefights. Go ahead and check it out. Number 6. Combat Commander Europe. In Combat Commander, wargaming is combined with uncertainty and intensity of the card game. It is card-driven board game covering tactical infantry combat in European theater of World War II. Germany is played by one player and allies are led by another person. In order to activate forces on the map board for various military purposes and actions, these two players will alternatively play one or more fate cards. That means you cannot execute orders with your soldiers unless you have drawn an appropriate card. This can be frustrating sometimes, yet the inevitable result of such system is one of the breathtaking beauties. A game is more of a generator of amazing story moments that assimilation, but randomness and unpredictability is what makes this game exciting and wonderful. I would like to remind you that many of those games you can buy on Amazon, and if you really want to get any of these games and at the same time support Tank Zone, you can do that with ease by using affiliate links that are provided in description. Just click on the link and it will lead you to the corresponding game on Amazon. Its price will not change, but by buying through provided links, you will allow Tank Zone receive a tiny percentage from Amazon that will help me a lot go forward much easier and to produce more new episodes. Number 5. Upfront. Upfront is a game of man-to-man infantry combat set in a World War II Europe in an absolutely unique way. There is no playing board. It has been replaced by terrain cards, which become hexagons of the game as a players maneuver their forces via action cards over constantly changing terrain. Cards represent soldiers, terrain, and even armored fighting vehicles. The game is rich in detail, yet easily playable within an hour. However, it also contains some multiplayer and campaign game versions which could last for weeks and probably even more. Number 4. Advanced Squad Leader. It is a deep and complex game. Game has many modules available. Core module provides additional rules, units for different nations, and additional geomorphic map board. Advanced Squad Leader is one of the most discussed of the wargames. This game is completely reorganized and redesigned version of the original Squad Leader system. Goals are defined by scenarios and vary from tasks such as exiting troops of one of the edge of a board, of inflicting a certain number of casualty points on the opposing forces, or capturing a certain number of buildings or areas. Number 3. Wings of Glory World War II. Game has beautifully designed plane models that dogfight using a stick movement template system. It is one of the most exciting aerial combat games in existence. Game starter set has all counters, tokens, rulers and airplanes, but most importantly it can be expanded with additional World War II airplane packs to allow for larger battles with different airplanes. Number 2. Memoir 44. Beautiful game that will immerse you in iconic battles of D-Day such as Omaha Beach, Pegasus Bridge, Operation Cobra and Ardennes. But not only, game has numerous scenario expansion packs like Eastern Front, Air Pack, Pacific Theater, Mediterranean Theater, Winter Wars. Oh, so yes, it is not only about Normandy beaches. Memoir 44 Overlord scenario allows you to use multiple boards to conduct large-scale operations and participate as many as 8 players, and it will take you around 1 hour from start to end. So it can be really party game. Yes guys, it can be party game. It is great. Game includes over 15 different battle scenarios. It features a double-sided hex game board for both beach landings and countryside combat missions. Each scenario mimics the historical terrain, troop placements and objectives for each of the armies. Player deploys troops through command and tactical cards, applying the unique skills of units as infantry, paratroopers, tanks, artillery, and even resistance fighters. Game includes 144 perfectly detailed army miniatures, including historically accurate infantry, tanks, artillery, 36 obstacle pieces, 60 illustrated combat cards, 44 special terrain titles, and 8 custom dice. Number 1. Axis and Allies 2nd Edition. Game has numerous second editions like Axis and Allies Europe 1940, Pacific 1940, Axis and Allies 1941, Axis and Allies 1942, and Axis and Allies D-Day. All of these take you to the different World War II war theaters, and you can get all of them on Amazon. This is a legendary game. This is huge and interesting. Axis and Allies is a lovely World War II strategy board game that allows you to dive into World War II atmosphere on a global scale, with a game board as full map of the world broken up in various fields, and the plastic infantry, armor, fighters, bombers, battleships, aircraft carriers, submarines, troop transporters, anti-aircraft guns, and even factories. All of these units perform differently, and many have special abilities. Players have to work together with their teammates in order to coordinate offensives and decide the best ways to utilize their production points. Players also have the option of risking production resources on the possibility of developing a super technology that might turn the tide of the war, and this game can take up to 3 hours to complete. This would be TankZone's top 10 best World War II board games, but what is your favorite World War II board game? Maybe this game is not in this list, but you think it must and it deserves to be in a between top 10. So go ahead and leave your comment. And this is it for today. If you like this video, give it thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and support TankZone. I wish you good luck in a gaming, success, health, peace, and I will see you in the next episode.